Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Presley. Coming in here tonight to make a plea. This is what I'm kind of titling this live stream, making a plea for more landscape mode videos and photos. Seems like with the advent of the smartphone, we're all so used to holding that thing in a vertical position that it's come to the point that almost everyone takes their photos and their videos in that position too. And so I'm just wondering if part of it was an experience like I had when I first started trying to do live feeds on my camera. I would have difficulty doing it. So I decided to research the subject a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I come up with. Hello, Fishing with Chad. Good to see you in there. The Again, like I said, when we hold our iPhone, it's just so natural to hold it in that vertical position that it's also natural to take a photo that way. And I just like to encourage people to start thinking about taking more photos in the horizontal, or in other words, the landscape mode. In other words, we would just be turning that phone in this position in order to take some photos and also go live with videos the same way. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Like I say, I want to make the plea. I just like to see more people do it, and it may be a personal preference, but to me, when I see that vertical picture, it's usually busted up in thirds. You got a third is blue sky, and you got a third is the subject, and then the bottom I usually got pavement or grass. So I would just like to see that wider look that you get from turning turning the phone on the side. So I'm going to walk you through some steps here that will allow you to do that. I know I've talked to people about this before, and because when I see them do that, I just suggest it. Why don't you try turning that phone on the side? Then the next time I see it, still vertical. So maybe you had the problem that I did and just couldn't figure out how to do it. So here we go. I'm going to slowly walk through this with a phone in my hand. I'm going to be pushing the buttons, and hopefully you can have your phone in your hand and just do the same thing. Now, one thing about this I need to say is this is for an iPhone. And I've discovered that the Android phones, some of them you can't even go horizontal with. The others, you got to get into the settings and do some things there to make it rotate automatically. The iPhone has an automatic rotation, so it will rotate. And the other thing to keep in mind is to just keep that phone in a horizontal position all the time as you go through there. Yeah, Mike says, hey, Ron, I'll be fishing that benefit tournament that the Poor Boy Trail is having this Saturday. I made a post on that today, and I hope some of you saw it, and if any of you can go support that tournament. It's really for a good cause. There's a banner on my page if you want to get some more details about that. So, yeah, that's going to be a good one, I think, Mike. Good luck over there. I hope you do well. All right, now here we go with the iPhone. And if you've got one, here's what I want you to do. We don't, first of all, just go to your Facebook app. And the first screen that comes up is where it says what's on your mind. And there's a button there for a live feed. If you hit that live feed button, then I'm going to show you. Hang on just a second. Let me bring up a picture here that can show you what we're looking at, and I can talk about it with you. It's going to look something like this, except that background would be you. You'd be looking at yourself in that background. I happen to have a B&M hat on tonight, so I say happen to, I usually do, but that's beside the point. But that B&M in there is backwards. it's like a mirror image. And I'm sure you saw that as well. And I'm going to show you how to take care of that as well. So here you are, you're on the front page, and it's going to tell you how many people are online up here. And you could tap to add a description. I'm just going to say, let's wait and do that at the end so we don't confuse anything till we get to the spot we want. And of course, if you hit that blue button, you'd start your live video. Well, what I want you to do at this point is simply turn your phone horizontal. And keep in mind that you're going to hold that phone horizontally for the duration of these instructions. So you got to keep it. So here, well, let me show you again. I'm going to go in here. I can very quickly show you a picture of that and maybe talk about it a little more. We're going to be looking at a screen that looks like this. Still telling you how many people's online. You could still put a description in here, but I'm saying don't do it. Hold off. The main thing we want to do is look at this big blue arrow. It says magic wand. Down here in the corner is a magic wand. And I want you to just hit that magic wand, and then we'll go back to a new screen. And I'll show you that very quickly. Have to go through a couple of steps here to get to it. Working on it. Works. And that new screen is going to look like this. Now, the only thing that we need on this page is down in the lower right-hand corner. You see, those are other things you can do. I don't know what they all do myself, but I do know if you go down here in this tools icon, it's a wrench and a screwdriver crisscross, and hit that button. And that's going to take you to yet another screen. Well, actually, you have to exit out with the X on this. No. I almost messed it up myself. This gets complicated. So you hit that button, and I got lost here, and I got to go back myself. You're going to hit the tool button. Now let me show you the screen that you're going to see at this point. We're going to share this screen. It's number 3. And, oops, sorry, I give you the wrong one there. I'm working on the buttons. My finger's a little fat here tonight. And you're going to see this screen. Now, a couple things to point out here is the exit screen, just the X. But down here in this left-hand corner, where it says click landscape, this one looks like a landscape icon, where the next one looks like a vertical one. But this one on the far left, I want you to click that one, and we'll go to the final screen by exiting out, okay, up here in the top. You're going to click this, and then you're going to exit out right up there with the X. Okay, now let me go back over here again. I can bring you up that last screen, and it will look like this. We'll do it. This is the last screen we're going to need. You can see it's still showing you how many people's online. And here's that note again. You must hold the phone horizontal through all of these steps. You can tap now and add your description. And then when you're ready, then you will be able to hit the blue vertical bar over here, and you'll go live. And you should be in landscape mode. Now, you remember when I talked about the little, well, I want to show you a picture again. It takes just a second. So I want to show you this one screen again. Semi-complicated, but when you hit the toolbar with the screwdriver and the wrench, that's when you come up with this one. And remember, when you hit this, the only thing you're doing there is you're correcting that text. You remember when I said my B&M was backwards on my hat? That's the tool that will turn that around for you. So now when you're taking that video, the letters are going to read right. So keep that one in mind too. Well, there's 5 steps to all of that. And it's not bad at all after you did it 2 or 3 times, but really it's a little complicated and can make you end up, if you don't do it just right, it'll still be a vertical video. And of course, once you're in live, you cannot change the mode at all. Who else is in over here? Hello, Josh Morse. Good to see you. John Liberty. Hello. How are you? But I hope this is helpful. It was for me, because the picture that we get from the horizontal or the landscape mode to me is just much better. And of course, I'm used to needing the horizontal or the landscape mode pictures when I'm working with Catfish now, because the template that we use there, some of it requires the landscape. So very often today, when people send me pictures, I discover that they are actually in a vertical mode instead of the horizontal. So that's about it. Are there any questions from anybody out there that might wonder what's going on? To me, this is pretty important. When I go to look at a live feed on a tournament, for example, more times than not, they are vertical. And if they could just get that turned around and get it turned around, we'd get a much wider view of all of the activities that's going on there. So that's about it. I'm going to let you go. Appreciate you guys for coming in here tonight. And I hope that does a little bit of good. And well, I just got a message from Barry Owens, who is in charge of that benefit tournament, or at least one of the people with it. And so hope some more people will watch this video and learn about the tournament and go down there and help those folks out with a worthy cause. That's it for tonight. One more thing. I am going to be on Palmetto Cat's live stream on Sunday night. That's 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're up and about next Sunday night, well, drop on in and see us, and we'll have some things to talk about there. Kevin's going to grill me over there, I guess, so we'll find out what kind of questions he's got. That's it, folks. See you later. Fish with passion.